This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
All right, welcome back, everyone. You can call us here at 737-7767. We'll be able to try to handle all the phone calls we get if we get some coming in, any questions you may have. But till that time, we talked a little bit about calling and call in moderation. Make a little series of calls, and then wait. I would wait at least 30 minutes before I did it again, because you never know how one's slipping through or something like that. And you just don't know. They're very cautious about coming in.
Yeah, he may take his time, and if you call 10 minutes later, he might be right behind you.
He might be right behind you, so be careful of that. The other thing is play with their minds a little bit. Play games with them. You've been putting out mock scrapes. I
have, and you know, we put a post up about it the other day, but we set some last week, and the timing was just right, I guess, on it, and they have absolutely wore it out.
Yeah.
I mean, picture after picture after picture. I've had everything from mature bucks to spike bucks to does to yearlings to button bucks, you name it, they've been in them. And that has literally happened in a 6 or 7 day span. I mean, it's like the switch has just hit, and it's time. It's a good time to use scents. It's a good time to use any kind of a doe scent or doe and estrus, any of that. I will tell you, as far as taking those juveniles this weekend, you've seen it too. If you use that doe and estrus to snow, you might run a doe off. So
that's right.
Don't put too much of that out if you're taking a kid and you're just wanting to get a deer. Not saying it'll run every doe in the woods off, but if she's been pestered enough, if she smells that doe and estrus, she will get out of there. Because she don't want to be pestered. That's why she's not running because of the smell.
No.
She don't want to be pestered knowing there's a hot doe in the area. So,
that's right.
That's something you might want to watch. We got a caller here.
And Jill, how can we help you?
Yes, sir.
Jim.
Y'all give me a website. I got an email address. I used to hunt years back, and I want to get back into it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, are you on Facebook?
Not really.
I mean, because we're on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook there. We're on Instagram. We do have a website, but I'll be honest with you, it's not as upkept as our social media pages, just because they have become so much stronger for us now. But you can follow us there on Facebook and keep up with us anytime that way.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, give me the Facebook address or whatever.
It'll just be Facebook/Southern Woods and Waters.
And "and" is spelled out.
And "and" is spelled out. It's not in the certix.
That's right.
And keep up with us there. We actually do some giveaways that are only on Facebook that we don't have here on the show, and a lot of information. Just I think you'll really enjoy keeping up with us there. And you can message us. We take questions just about every day and try to answer them all to the best that we can. So you definitely reach out to us there anytime.
We hope it helps you out.
Woods and water.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Water.
That's it.
Southern Woods and Waters.
Yeah.
It's both plural.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too.
All right.
Scott, how are you doing tonight, Scott?
Doing good.
How can we help you, Scott?
I got a son, 16, and he's going to hunt juvenile this weekend. Now, come muzzleloader and rifle season, does he still have to have an adult with him?
No. Not if he's 16 years old. He doesn't have to have an adult with him, I don't believe. And he is still under just the regular state guidelines at that point in time as far as limit, which is what they're under on juvenile now anyway.
That's right.
But no, if you're good with him being alone and 16 years old, I would believe so. If he had enough experience, he should be fine.
All right.
He just has to have an adult with him on the juvenile hunt.
Just on juvenile.
Correct. He'll have to have an adult. Not a problem. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, that parent or guardian or the one that's over 21 has to be to where they can legally grab the firearm
at any time.
At any time.
Yeah.
And that's whether they're 6 years old or 16 years old.
And it's a good idea anyway. The way we set up, I've got a tripod set. between her and I'll have a tripod set. The rifle won't be on it, you know, I'll have it by me. But when something will get out there that we might get ready to shoot or something, I'll get it up on that tripod.
That's right.
And then just get her around and let her do her thing.
And let her do her thing.
She operates everything on that gun but the safety. That's Daddy's job. So when she gets lined up and gets ready, I'll reach over and take that safety off, and then it's her game at that point. But they do want you to be able to get that weapon right there, right now. You know,
be able to grab a hold of it. And so parents and guardians, I'm asking you, don't just take your child out there and leave them and say, I'll come back here in 4 or 5 hours. You have to stay with them.
Yeah.
And you have to make it to where you can grab that weapon within instantly.
Yeah, right. And like I say, this is nothing but opinion, but in my opinion, it's best to just keep a hold of it until it's time that they need to do their thing. Even walking around in the field and stuff with it, it's heavy. That, you know, it's best for you to carry it around anyway.
It is.
That way you've got control of it, and they want to carry it. You know, you know, she's ready to see that gun as soon as it comes out of the truck. But it's best just to handle it until it comes time for them to, in my opinion, anyhow.
And here's the other thing, Brandon, because, you know, even when I took youngsters, I've taken grandbabies, Shelby and all of them, we would load the weapon when we got to where we were going and sitting still. We would load the weapon together.
Yeah.
Not, I'm going to let you load it or I'm going to load it. We did it together because I want them to learn the mechanics of a firearm.
Yeah, I mean,
and how to load one, how to load a bolt action, how to load a lever action. You know, if it's a pump, whatever the case may be, they need to learn what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's why you and I know what we know, because somebody taught us.
Somebody taught us.
You know, I had somebody that taught me how to load a lever action, or how to load a pump action, or whatever. And you're right. I mean, you want to teach them everything you can teach them. It's not just to take them.
No.
But they're there to learn. If you'll let them, they want to learn.
I'm not going to raise a trigger puller.
No, I mean, I try to teach everything I can, from the tracks to the rubs to everything, because also it keeps them more excited year round.
That's right.
And with these cameras, we've hit on that before. Mine love to check those cameras. They love it.
They want to see what's coming on there that they haven't seen before.
Yeah, because you know, the kids will go out and set them with me, set the cameras. So then it's more special to them to see what we got, you know, in front of that camera. But it keeps them just a little bit involved. Even if it's just every 3 or 4 weeks you check those cameras, throughout the year they're just a little bit involved, and they've learned a little bit something new.
That's
you
right.
know, and I think that means a lot, and it does to them. It means a lot more to them than we think sometimes too.
And when you invest in them, when you try to communicate and talk to them, you're putting a vested interest. You're making them feel like that they're worth more, and they are.
Yeah,
because we're talking to them like two adults would talk.
Yeah, and it's a good time. You know, it's a good time to teach them things about anything. You can talk to them about anything, is my point. You're sitting there talking, you know, you can talk about anything. But it's an exciting time for them. You know, like we've talked about, you got called, they can do some calling, you can teach them about scents this weekend, you can show them how to set a mock scrape this weekend. There's so many other things to it than whether you get a deer or not. You know, I mean, I guess that's kind of the point too of what we're making, is you can go spend all weekend and have a blast.
Okay, here's another question. Because I taught mine right off the get-go. When they downed one, I'm going to teach them how to field dress too.
Yeah, believe it or not, mine has helped with that. She has not done it on her own yet because she's so young. But you are right, they've got to know the whole process. You know, where it comes from, where it goes. And
Shelby Brown would get in there, and after I did the first one, she got to where she was doing it, and after 2 or 3 of them that she cleaned herself, she got to where she could name the organs, name what it was, and all that. That's what I'm saying. That's a hunter.
It is.
That's somebody that's caring about what they're doing out here.
They'll learn a lot by doing that too.
Yes.
They'll learn a lot about it.
And they're not scared of, oh, it's bloody or it's messy.
No, not at all.
They're not.
Mine aren't. No, I mean, they've been around it their whole life.
They don't have queasy stomachs and all that. They don't have that.
No, I mean, they help me drag, they help me clean, they help me process meat, and it's part of the experience.
Now go feed them a bologna sandwich while we're doing
not usually. Who do we have on one?
David. David, how can we help you?
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing great.
Well, I just want to know if the crop is biting this time of the year.
Yes, sir. It's just according to where you want to go.
I started to say, we've heard crappie reports from Priest. We've heard them from Center Hill.
Real Foot.
The last few weeks, we have honestly received a good crappie report on just about any lake you can name right now.
We're going to Gunnersville tomorrow evening because we heard the crappie are biting there. So
okay, but what about the ponds? I mean, little ponds and little bit of lakes like City Hill or Chevy Pond. They don't bite in there too much, do they?
Well, you're dealing with water temperature there.
You are, but water temperatures are getting right in there now, just like they are everywhere.
You just got to watch the water temperature on smaller bodies of water. They don't quite move the way the big lakes do, and the big lakes will go slowly, where you might have a small pond will go rapid. It'll be
it could be in a couple days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plummet,
it could be in one day. If it's 65 degrees in the morning and then the sun pops out, well, by 12 o'clock it's it's 72 degrees.
Yeah.
So you got to watch that just a little bit, and but you're right. If you can hit it just right, it's on.
Yeah, it is. Good time to be after them.
Well, I sure appreciate it.
Good luck to you. Have a great night.
Good luck.
All right.
Okay. Who?
Jamie.
Jamie?
How are you doing?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Janie?
No, this is Jamie Hudson, yeah.
Oh, Jamie? How are you doing?
Okay.
How can we help you tonight?
Listen, is their season in for hunt for a bullet or what? What is it in for? What can you shoot?
Well, right now, literally today, right now, it's archery season. This weekend, with the juvenile hunt, they can use any kind of general firearm, all the way down to archery, firearm or archery. And that following weekend, which will be November the 3rd, I believe it is November the 3rd, we'll open our muzzleloading season. And muzzleloader will run for 2 weeks until that Saturday before Thanksgiving, and then you'll have general firearm season.
Okay, now, how come there's no rabbit? I have, me and my friend went hunting, and we didn't see a rabbit nowhere.
Habitat.
Yeah,
it's just, we've taken their habitat away from them, and it gets worse every day. There's still some pockets that have a lot of rabbits, but there's a lot of farms that used to have a lot that just don't. We've cleared the fence lines out, we've planted fescue, we've put concrete down everywhere, and they just don't have the habitat they used to have.
And fescue is poison to rabbits.
It is.
It is? It will?
Yes, ma'am. They will die if they eat fescue.
Okay, they will die.
Yes, ma'am. It poisons them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, we've been down here. We come down here from Decatur.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen but about 5 rabbits. And I tell you, they were so poor, they couldn't hardly run.
Yeah.
That's when you got to add a little backstrap to them.
Yeah, that's
right. we didn't even try to shoot them because they were so poor.
Let them grow a little bit.
Let them grow a little bit.
Okay.
Well, we hope that helps you.
Good luck to you. Have a good night. Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
That was awesome.
It was. All right, guys, we're going to go over and do this week's tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being sponsored by our friends over at Davidson Farmers Co-op. You can give them a call at 860-4774 or stop by and see them right off of Briley Parkway on Dickerson Pike.
All right, here's the tip, and I give this one time a year, every year, and people thank me constantly for doing it. But as you can see, I use regular antlers. This came off of a buck that I took, but I take the brow tines and I grind them off. I put a leather strap through them, and I make a loop. And the reason I do that is because I hunt from a tree stand, so I hunt from an elevated position. So I'm not up there doing this 30 feet up a tree. the lanyard that I use to bring my bow up and down or my equipment up and down, I take and tie that lanyard onto that loop. And I drop these antlers all the way to the ground. And when I drop them to the ground, I'm hitting leaves, sticks, everything else, but I'm doing this. And a buck's not looking at me while I'm doing the movement up there. He's looking down at the ground where those antlers are, and he's more apt to come in to see that than he is watching a 30-foot tall buck up there rattling his antlers.
He don't see too many fights in the treetops.
He doesn't see too many 30-foot bucks. So remember, just tie them up with a loop, let them all the way down, and when you're doing this, do it lightly. But you're scratching leaves and limbs, and you're making it sound like two bucks are trying to figure out who's the bad boy today.
That's right.
That's it.
And just to hit real fast, the reason you cut those brow tines off, you ever slam them antlers together on a 25-degree morning and you don't have those brow tines cut off those antlers,
you will
learn that morning why Hugh cuts those brow tines off those antlers.
You'll leave the woods right there and go cut them off.
That's right.
That hurts.
Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with a recipe for you from Mr. Tom Courtney and some more Southern Woods and Waters.